Hi, my name is Nathan, and today we're going to do a comic book review of Silk, issue number 5, the 2022 version. Brought to you by RatedComics. Let's get to it. Just a light touch up from the previous issue before we begin. Cindy Moon, aka Silk, had her youth stolen by a 400-year-old Korean witch whose powers are fueled by warship energy. Now in her old age, Silk's powers are acting with a lot less youth, if you will, and her strength is greatly diminished. So now at the museum where the witch is at, due to a distress call that the museum curator, Dr. Ferguson, called Silk about, she's with J. Jonah Jameson and found that the witch is using magic to rewrite reality. Silk tells Jameson to go somewhere safe. Wouldn't instincts tell you that to get the F out of here? But no, as a reporter that needs juicy Silk content for clicks and views, he hides behind some ancient pots not so far away. I'm being as lighthearted as this story, but you know, a brother's got to get it in. That's what he's trying to do. Let's be lighthearted here, but I need some content. She asked Korean Witch to shut down the portal, or at least tell her what it's doing, all while trying to not dislocate her hip. As funny as that is, it's only a testament of Silk's character as a warrior. What the witch is attempting to do while appearing successful at it is to finally rule over Joseon. That sounds cool and all, but are you really missing out on all that much, says Silk? The witch explains further that Joseon was a mighty kingdom in her time. The leaders didn't see it that way. The leaders saw that she wanted to make him stronger, but instead the leaders felt threatened by a powerful woman like herself. So they cut her time short. And if she can't go back into her time, Korean Witch will bring her time into our current time. That's why she had to build her strength up by taking the worship energy from influencers. Now she has a connection and strength to bring Joseon forward. Silk is like, I can't have you destroy my current world and destroy all life. No way that can happen. Korean Witch sees it as correcting history and everyone will be reborn in a better world. Silk throws a punch with all her might and will. Korean Witch doesn't flinch and lands a punch on Silk that puts her back in another century or era. Probably not the best joke, but I just couldn't help myself. She gets up, very slowly of course, due to her youth being robbed, but she still has her will and determination. More action is happening between Silk and Korean Witch is happening, and clearly Silk is overmatched at this point. I like when stories like this are told that the hero is physically outmatched, and now they have to use their smarts and pivot in another direction or find another angle. Silk is laying on the ground and tells Witch that she isn't done with her yet. Korean Witch admires her spirit as a warrior and she pities the fact that they're enemies, but if they did work together, they'd be unstoppable. Villain dialogue for the hero to execute her new plan of attack. That plan of attack is to draw the witch closer to her because that shiny amulet necklace the witch is wearing is her source of power. How did Silk not realize that earlier? Did you guys as the readers realize that? So Silk thanks the witch, which confuses the witch as Silk draws the witch closer to her and explains as to why she is thanking her. And the reason why Silk is thanking her is because Silk has been feeling a little bit down lately, even before her youth was stolen, which worried Silk that she lost her identity and she lost herself. So she went looking, trying to find something, anything that would help to find her. But then she aged overnight. Silk lost her life all over again. But she realized something. I don't need to find myself. I don't need a new thing because I've already had it. And that was being Silk. Even at so, it's who I am. It's what makes me happy. It's my purpose, my present, my future. Because previously, Silk felt like her life was being robbed. And what did she accomplish? What did she have to show for it? So Korean Witch is like, why are you telling me this? Why should I care? Oh, you know, I just need you to get closer. She uses her web slinger, gets the amulet. My life was already taken once and you're not gonna take it again. No one's taking my life ever again. Korean Witch knows what's gonna happen. After smashing the amulet necklace that is her source of power, we get youthful Silk back and it's about to go down. Girl fight! And as this fight breaks out, J. Jonah Jameson is cheering her on as he's recording the exclusive footage. After some ducking and dodging of projectiles from the witch, you get the feeling that she's showing off her youth and embraced it again before she lands that final attack that sends Korean Witch back into the portal. My question is this: when Silk gets her youth back almost instantly by smashing her necklace onto the ground, should Korean Witch youth be reversed as well? Shouldn't she be aged like she was at the beginning of this issue? I mean, just a thought here. As all things come to a close, J. Jonah Jameson runs out with the camera like, yeah, baby, and that's how you do it. Dr. Ferguson wakes up from being knocked out by Korean Witch, and as they look around the museum and all they see is that everything seems to be in its rightful place. Silk tells him that he didn't miss a thing. Going full circle here, Silk tells her brother that the elderly lady in the silk costume was her, and he was shocked and asked why she didn't say anything. Truth is, she was embarrassed and didn't want her baby brother to look at her as a failure. And suddenly, now that her youth was robbed from her, she felt she had nothing to show for it. He obviously doesn't see it that way. He sees her as fearless and come on, you're Silk. Despite being in a bunker for 10 years, he sees that his big sister has lived more in her time outside the bunker than most people have lived in a lifetime. Now on this panel, J. Jonah Jameson is finally get the juicy Silk content exclusive that nobody has and is going viral. The epic fight at the museum between Silk and Korean Witch, only he has that exclusive footage. He basks in his own glory for a minute and tells the crew to get back to work. Everyone that was robbed of their youth goes back to their life as usual. Now we also get this panel right here. We're going back full circle. We're just going to complete this where Cindy Moon meets the teacher that she went on a date with in issue number 2, Ivan. They rekindle their thing. Silk tells him, look, I'm about that phone call when you called me on issue number 3 or issue number 4. I'm sorry about ditching you at the concert. I really would like to date you. Full disclosure, my life is kind of hectic, like all the time. And he looks at her like, well, you know, even though Silk or Cindy Moon tells him, I understand if you want to do anything with me because my life is hectic, but I really want to give us a shot. He looks at her like, well, you know what? Maybe if I could use some excitement for a change. Let me try this out. You know what I mean? So she gives him a kiss, tells him, I'll love another date, but not tonight, tomorrow. Fellas, if a girl really wants to date you and she can't date you tonight, she is going to give you an alternate date. But anyways, that's how we end this issue going full circle with Silk issue number 5. And it ends it the way it began. Light, safe action, easy peasy. I'm okay with it. I do like when stories come full circle like that, and I enjoyed the comic. Link in description if you wish to add this comic book to your comic book collection. I thought it was a fun read. With that being said, Silk, issue number 5. What do you guys think of the comic book? Comment below, let me know. And also, if you like the content we're throwing up, you know what to do. Don't be shy and don't be stingy. Here at Rated Comics, we do awesome comic book reviews, comic book related content with the occasional comic book giveaway. Not to mention, don't forget to check us out on our other social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, as well as Whatnot, where we do online auctions of amazing comic book giveaways and amazing comic book deals. Thanks again for watching. Until next time.